28th at Rawson and Parliament Square for the Independence Beat Retreat. Celebrate the 53rd anniversary of Bahamian independence with an evening of culture, entertainment, and spectacular performances. The Cultural Village opens at 3:30 p.m., showcasing the best of the Bahamas. We'll see you there.
After 66 steps, I'm Matea Cunningham. This is ZNS.
Well, Bahamas Defense Force expanding its use of technology across its operations, and officials say the shift is already delivering results. Plus, a night of honors and inspiration at the Fox Foundation Father's Day Gala at Bahama. And in sports, the B3A's national championships deliver another day of stand-up performances on the track. The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders, and welcome to the broadcast. Former Member of Parliament and Cabinet Minister Leslie Miller is hospitalized in stable condition following a medical incident earlier today. Reports reaching our newsroom indicate Mr. Miller was attending a church service when he reportedly fainted. He was subsequently transported to hospital for evaluation and treatment. Sources tell us that Mr. Miller is currently in stable condition. This is a developing story, and we will continue to provide updates as more information becomes available. Well, surgical services at the Princess Margaret Hospital will be temporarily disrupted this week as a public hospitals authority begins floor renovations in the operating theater. Only part of the theater will remain in use for elective surgeries, with emergency and urgent cases prioritized. The VHA says it is working with clinical teams to reschedule elective procedures. The authority says the work is part of ongoing efforts to improve safety, functionality, and overall quality of surgical services, and has apologized for any inconvenience to patients. Well, a brief scare at the Fresh Creek dock during Crab Fest weekend prompted an inspection by Ministry of Works officials after a vessel made contact with a bridge while attempting to dock. Authorities say no injuries were reported and no damage was confirmed. Here's Mauritian Barros.
Passengers traveling to Fresh Creek for the 28th annual Crab Fest experienced an unexpected delay over the weekend after the motor vessel TG Provider encountered difficulties while attempting to dock. Officials say the vessel made contact with the bridge at the Fresh Creek dock after a lack of strong current made it difficult to maneuver into position. Minister of Transport and Member of Parliament from Mangrove Key and South Andros, the Honourable Leon Lundy, says he was quickly notified of the incident and worked with relevant authorities to ensure the situation was addressed.
Out of an abundance of caution, I phoned Mr. Moses, the Director of Ministry of Works, and I got him an airlift down here so he could come and inspect the bridge.
The incident left passengers waiting aboard the vessel for approximately half an hour as assistance became available from the Captain Prince, another vessel that was docking the same time. The vessel helped the TG Provider safely complete its docking maneuver, allowing passengers to eventually disembark. One passenger aboard the TG Provider, Ms. Monique Johnson, described the incident as minor and said despite the delay, everyone remained safe.
We were coming in, and apparently the Captain Prince was out to the dock here. They were already boarded. To board off cars and passengers, and we were out in the current. So what happened, the current here was pulling the TG Provider to the docks. So it only brushed up to the dock twice. And that was it.
Director of the Ministry of Works and Family Island Affairs, Robert Moses, says he initially feared the structure may have sustained significant damage, particularly given its age. However, after conducting a thorough assessment, he was pleased to find no major damage occurred.
I think it was 2019 we had a similar incident. That incident was a lot more severe because the boat hit it with more force with its bow, and we had to shut the bridge for I think two months. So I was ultimately concerned that it was another incident like that. But having looked at the bridge now, it has been no damage at all.
Officials say the bridge remains safe for use and dock operations have since returned to normal. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Marisha Barros.
Well, the Ministry of Transport says a Fresh Creek Bridge in central Andros remains safe for public use after a marine vessel made contact with the structure Friday. In a statement, officials say an immediate inspection was ordered by Transport Minister, the Honorable Leon Lundy, who was on Andros at the time attending Crab Fest celebrations. Director of Works, Robert Musas, traveled to the island to conduct an on-site assessment, which confirmed there was no structural damage to the bridge and no threat to public safety. Minister Lundy thanked technical teams for their swift response, saying public safety remains the government's top priority. He also noted that plans for future upgrades to the Fresh Creek Bridge remain under consideration. Well, coming up, high honors for Bahamian dads, that and more when we come back.
Oh, isn't that nice? Wait, you missed it? You haven't been on the website. Here's how TDC can help you. Whether you're turning your home into a vacation rental, pitching a business idea, or growing what you've already started, the TDC is here to help. Visit tdcbahamas.com for every conversation, event, grant, and opportunity happening near you. Tourism is all of our business, and the TDC is here to support yours.
So how's your preparation going? By now, you should be completing home repairs since the last storm, updating and replenishing your emergency kit, and paying closer attention to the ZNS networks for earlier than normal developments in the tropics and general storm tracking. Hurricanes don't wait. Why should you? This season, be weather smart, weather safe.
This portion of the news is brought to you by the annual Pre-Independence Beat Retreat. Don't miss this exciting event celebrating 53 years of Bahamian independence.
The government looking to introduce 3 new high school diploma pathways tailored to students' strengths and interests as it pushes to raise the national graduation rate by 85% by 2030. Education Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper, said the country recorded a 59% graduation rate in 2025, the highest since the introduction of the Bahamas high school diploma. As officials review the national diploma program, the minister said the new pathways are targeted for implementation by the start of the 2027 academic year, with a greater emphasis on technical and vocational education. The announcement came during his contribution to the 2026-2027 budget debate.
This initiative reflects international best practice, where students are afforded multiple pathways to success while maintaining high standards and a common goal of secondary school completion. Under this approach, students would have the opportunity to pursue diplomas aligned with their strengths, interests, and career aspirations, including academic, technical, vocational, and special education pathways. Such a framework would engender dignity for each child, whilst better preparing them to be more productive citizens, and for university and BTVI for apprenticeships, the workforce, while helping to reduce disengagement and improve retention throughout the secondary school system.
The Minister of Education says the idea comes after the Education Commission conducted more than 50 consultations nationwide, making recommendations to modernize secondary school education.
And we're not alone in recognizing the importance of technical and vocational education. Nations such as Germany have demonstrated that world-class economies are built not only by university graduates, by highly skilled technicians, trade people, and apprentices. Their experience reminds us that vocational education must never be treated as a second choice, but as an equally dignified pathway to prosperity.
With many Bahamians still seeking employment and businesses in need of qualified workers, a local job fair brought both sides together under one roof. Dozens of companies participated, offering career opportunities, networking, and resources for those looking to enter or re-enter the workforce. Shaquille Dames has more.
Resumes in hand and hopeful for new opportunities, hundreds of job seekers turned out for CyberTech's career fair. College president LaCrosse Brown says the event was designed to connect job seekers directly with employers from various industries.
So at this event, we have persons all over, from Dunkin' Donuts to B.O.B., from Atlantis to AML, all are present at our campus here today. Right now, a lot of persons are coming out of school. So most of them do not want to go off to college. Most of them just want to go straight into the workforce. Even those who are not working, right now we have over 300 persons being here today already.
The event also received support from the Department of Labor. Public Employment Services Manager Simone Thurston explained that the department partnered with organizers to ensure attendees have access to continued employment assistance beyond the fair itself. Meanwhile, job fair attendee Myron Sanders shared his experience navigating the event.
So our role here, we've partnered with Cybertech in this job fair, career fair, health fair exercise today. And we're going to be assisting persons with the registration. In the event they're not successful out here, they're able to come by the Department of Labor, and we can still assist them with finding employment.
Well, the process is pretty much streamlined. You get a paper once you walk in by the gate with a number, fill it out. They give you a form with all the businesses out here in each room, and you go from there. It's pretty easy. It's a lot of people, more than I expected. So I think that's what's making it a little bit slower than what people may want, especially because it's hot too. So that's about it.
And as employers and job seekers continue to explore evolving labor markets, initiatives like this career fair provide valuable opportunities for meaningful connections and potential employment. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Shaquille Dames.
Fathers were celebrated and honored Saturday night as the Fox Foundation hosted its annual Father's Day event, recognizing their contributions to families and the wider community while promoting positive male role models and stronger family bonds. Take a look.
It's amazing. Feel great. Love it, man.
For many of the men honored Saturday night, the journey to success was not a straight path. It was a story of failures, lessons learned, personal struggles, and second chances. In the third annual Father's Day Gala hosted by the Fox Foundation at Bahama, 20 fathers and male role models were recognized for turning adversity into achievement. This year's theme, the power of second chances from setback to comeback, highlighted men who refused to allow their circumstances to define their future. Co-founder Adriana Fox says the event was created to celebrate men who have transformed their lives and now positively impact their families and communities.
This is why we wanted to do this initiative. My dad really wanted to definitely showcase men that are in the community who had a challenge and they turned their life around and doing great for the country, their kids, and just the community at large.
Among the honorees was Senator the Honorable Keno Wong, whose years of community service have earned him respect across the country.
When you do community work, you never anticipate to be recognized because you really want to do it for the people. You really want to make some changes overall. And so for them to recognize me by looking at my story and following me, it has truly been a remarkable joy.
Foundation founder Adrian Fox used the occasion to remind those in attendance that mistakes should never define a person's entire life.
When I was young, I was in some problems. I paid my dues to society, and I would like to inspire other people, not because you fall down, you get back up, you know. And one of the things that I would like to say is we cannot be judgmental on people. We cannot, because someone had a bad start, that they have a bad end.
Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis echoed that message, praising the honorees for their resilience and determination.
The fathers, the leaders we honor this evening have faced real challenges. Some have overcome personal struggles. Others have battled through health setbacks or professional disappointments. But none of them allowed those circumstances to define them. Instead, they kept moving forward. Their stories remind us that a setback is never the end of the story.
For Apostle Arthur Duncombe, the evening served as a reminder that difficult seasons are often the beginning of something greater.
It's my first time ever being honored, so it's a blessing. But, you know, fathers who are struggling, you know, just like they say, it's a second chance, and a struggle today could be a victory tomorrow.
On a night dedicated to fatherhood, the honorees stood as living proof that comebacks are possible and that a second chance can change everything. Well, the sights, sounds, and tastes of Andros on full display this weekend as residents and visitors flocked to Fresh Creek for the 28th annual Crab Fest. The event drew large large crowds to the heart of the community, celebrating Androsian culture, cuisine, and tradition. Maurice Barles was there.
The festival, known for showcasing the island's famous land crab dishes, has grown into one of the country's premier cultural events, attracting patrons from across the Bahamas and beyond. Chairman Peter Douglas says the event remains focused on preserving an important part of Androsian culture while ensuring future generations understand the significance of the island's crabbing tradition.
And we want to reverse that because a lot of our festivals are considered as a big drunken get-together. Nobody know why you're here only to get drunk and party. But we want you to know why we're here and why we want to preserve our culture of the crabs and also why we want to make sure the habitat where the crabs are is maintained and we can have them for future generations.
This year's festival comes amid discussions about the future direction of the event, following divisions among some longtime organizers. Minister of Transport and Member of Parliament from Mangrove Key, Central and South Andros, the Honorable Leon Lundy, says the focus should remain on unity and ensuring the festival continues to benefit the people of Andros.
Well, I think at the end of the day, unity is what is needed in every community. And I think a lot of people, especially the elders, they want to see the community together. They don't want to see it separated. They don't want to see settlements torn or staying to themselves. That's why this is so great to be in the heart of Central Andros, to bring everybody from the northern side and the southern side of Andros together as one.
From talent performances to local exotic cuisine, organizers say that Crab Fest continues to prove itself as more than just a festival. Rather, it's about highlighting the spirit, the drive, and everything about the Androsian people. Reporting from Fresh Creek, Andros for this year's Crab Fest, I'm Maurice Barros.
Stay with us, there's more after this.
The tastiest thing about soccer is sharing it with the whole team, just like the new Ready for Soccer. A delicious lineup of 16 slices and 4 flavor sections. Perfect for sharing from start to finish, even beyond the 90 minutes. Get your team together and dig in, only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Here are a few things that you can add to your hurricane kit to give it a much-needed upgrade. Portable power banks, solar chargers, solar-powered radios, and similar items. While you're at it, make sure you're stocked up on the regulars, battery-operated radio and flashlight, additional batteries, a comprehensive first aid kit, along with 2 weeks of medication. Be sure to add Life Vest for family members and a toolkit. There should be 1 gallon of water per day for each member of your family and non-perishable food. Be sure to secure important documents like banking and insurance information and government-issued identification. And pay close attention to the ZNS network for all your weather updates. If this seems like a lot, think of it as survival through preparation. This season, be weather smart, weather safe.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your weekend sports edition. I'm Will Wilson, bringing you your sports recap. And to start off, over at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium, the BAAA's National Championships delivered another day of outstanding performances from the country's top athletes. In the men's long jump, Jalen Cadet soared to the national title with an impressive leap of 7.86 meters, showcasing his power, technique, and consistency throughout the competition. Now, with a championship title secured, the talented jumper is looking ahead to the next stage of his season. He spoke about his performance following the win.
Competing today was great. I competed against some great guys. My teammate, Jonathan Rogers. I competed against Laquan Nan. He have huge accomplishments to his name. I was just happy to come over here and get the win. I know I was able to win. I just had to come and prove myself today.
In the women's long jump, Antea Charlton cleared 6.23 meters to claim the national crown, adding another strong performance to her resume. We got a chance to talk to her about her journey from college to the pros.
It was a big culture shock because you really got to do everything on your own. You got to pay for your own treatment, pay for coaching, pay for use of the facilities, everything. And not only that, competing overseas I was over there for 2.5 weeks without my coach. It's much more difficult and teaches you independence. So yeah, difficult transition.
We also got a chance to talk to last year's junior national champion, Jada Johnson, who took the crown once again with a jump of 6.10 meters.
It felt really good. It wasn't a jump that I wanted, but I'm still very glad for being given the opportunity to come out here and compete today and to complete my event without any injuries.
Also making his mark in the field events was Keyshawn Strawn, who delivered a championship-winning throw of 80.31 meters to secure first place, adding another standout performance to an already exciting day of competition. On the track, the women's 400 meters produced another memorable moment as Javonia Valcourt powered her way to the national title. From the opening strides to the final stretch, she maintained her composure and executed her race plan to perfection. After crossing the finish line first, she reflected on what was going through her mind during the race.
I just wanted to try and come out here today and compete. I feel like I'm still a little tired from just running last week, but I felt like I did a good job. I tried to get out and make sure to stay relaxed on the backstretch, just bring it home through the last 200 meters.
From dominant field event performances to record-setting runs on the track, the BAAA National Championships continued to showcase the very best of Bahamian athletics, with athletes rising to the occasion and delivering moments to remember. Now swinging over to baseball nationals, we've heard from players all week, but some voices we should hear from are the stars behind the curtains that help make these events possible with their support, and that being their parents. Let's hear from some of these amazing individuals.
I mean, it's a 30-minute plane ride, but it's not only that. It's so much that's happening as the players are preparing. They're getting ready to have an experience with teammates. So it's just being in the airport together, being able to travel together, sometimes without parents. So that's also new for a lot of them to be able to travel with chaperones and their teammates. But it exposes them to so much more. It exposes them on how they should act in certain places, but also to also look out for each other, so no one's left behind in the airport or on the field.
And the island is long, and there's one spot, so we have to travel each way. And the road conditions are a little challenging, but they're working on it, luckily. So we are happy to see improvements there, and we are hoping that to the end of this year we have pavement on the road, and then the training would be much easier. The traveling would be much easier, and I think that is a huge improvement.
And that's all your sports for today. With the final results of the baseball and track nationals coming to you all tomorrow, we want to wish you a very happy Father's Day from ZNS to all the great dads out there. Once again, I'm Wayne Wilson, ZNS Total Sports.
100 public high school students graduated from the Technical Cadet Corps program, earning City and Guild certifications and skills in an array of areas, including accounts, employability skills, electronic engineering, graphic design, and coding. During the ceremony, education officials, TCCP administrators, and instructors congratulated the students.
The success we celebrate today did not happen overnight. It was built through hard work, sacrifice, teamwork, and vision. When the program was relaunched in 2023, we enrolled 120 of you. Today, you stand 100 strong.
Ministry executives commended the ongoing partnership between companies and the Department of Education.
I really want to first say thank you to our corporate sponsors for ensuring that our children have access to opportunities. One of the goals of the Ministry of Education is to ensure that children have access to high quality, holistic and globally competitive education. And those 4 core pillars are undergirded by 80 initiatives.
And we are pleased that so many of our corporate sponsors, the staff there, had been graduates of this program, so they knew what this program brought to the table. I also want to say thank you to Minister Gladys Anna Martin, because she always had the feeling that there needed to be inclusivity and that all of our children should be equally dealt with.
Jonalie McIntosh for Ed Talk.
So you're planning to weather the storm at home. You've bypassed all the shelters. Your preparation is complete, and so are your emergency kits. You're ready. But what happens if the storm changes direction and it's a direct hit? What's your evacuation plan? If you don't have one, make one. And remember, take into account the location of your house, whether it's near beaches, canals, or it sits in a flood-prone area, and be realistic about the evacuation plan. Plan what to take. In its simplest form, take only what you cannot afford to lose. Have a go bag ready and a discussion beforehand what bag contents should consist of, like toiletries, medication, change of clothing, and important documents in a waterproof folder. Take inventory of your home, pictures included. Make sure your vehicle has a full tank of gas. Decide your destination and the best route. If you can't get out, find safety in the highest level of your home. And as always, be sure to pay close attention to the ZNS network for weather updates. This season, be weather smart, weather safe.
Time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Bezeline joins us. Good evening.
Good evening, Desmond, and a happy Father's Day to all the fathers around the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Our live Doppler weather radar showing some thunderstorm activity over the island of Andros, also around the Abacos, and another thundercell just to the north of North Eleuthera. Elsewhere throughout the central and southeastern parts of our country, we have near clear skies with lots of sunshine in the mix. And outside of our studios, partly cloudy, 88 degrees, relative humidity 66%. The winds out of the south-southeast at 8 miles per hour, and your barometric pressure 1,016.7 millibars. That is 30.02 inches. Temperatures around the islands. Marshall, Babaco at 84, 83 in Great Torquay, Freeport's 84 degrees, in the Berry Islands 85, Allenstown, Bimini at 86, 85 in Harper Island, Roxanne, Eleuthera, Otterstown, Cat Island 88, 90 degrees in Black Point, Exuma, Kemp's Bay, South Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros, in San Salvador and Rumkey 88 degrees, Georgetown, Exuma at 90, more 90s in Ryegate Island, Clownstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Meg Warner 89, Ackland's 89, in Matthewtown, Niagara, they have a temperature of 84 degrees, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 87 degrees. Boating forecast tonight right through Monday, southeast to south flow at 10 to 15 knots to wave heights to the 4 feet. Low tide will take place at 8:24 tonight, with a second low tide at 8:48 tomorrow morning. And for the central and southeastern islands, some moderate breeze there out of the southeast at 12 to 18 knots to wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So we're asking small craft to exercise a bit of caution in the central and southeastern islands. Satellite pictures showing a little troughing making its way into the central parts of the country, where we have a bit of cloud cover there. Also over Andros, where we saw those thunderstorm activity, and that will be sinking slowly towards the south and east. Forecast tonight, we're looking for an evening shower in spots. Otherwise, it's going to be mainly clear and very warm with the low temperature around 80 degrees. And tomorrow, another pretty nice day. Partly sunny, but very hot. 90 degrees again tomorrow and extended weather forecast. We're going to see these 90s right through the next 7-day cycle. So once again, we constantly remind you to keep yourself hydrated during these very, very warm days. Nighttime temperatures not bad at all. They're in the upper 80s, so it's going to be a bit on the muggy side, so you might need the air conditioner to keep yourself cool and comfortable over the next several days. And that's going to do it, Desmond.
Thank you, Basil. That ends the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching. Have a good night and a safe week.
In Harbour Island, North Middlesbrough, I'm Charles Fisher. This is ZNS.